If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. What do you say? Hello, listeners. Here is Giridhar, and you are listening to the podcast Giridhar's Garady. Today, we have an amazing personality on the show, known for his humble and friendly nature. If you happen to have a word with him for a moment, you will definitely appreciate his modesty in the very next moment. So, without any further ado, let me welcome our privileged guest for today's episode, Mr. Srinivasan. Hi, Srini. Welcome to Giridhar's Garady. How are you doing today?
Hello, Giridhar. Very good morning to you, and I'm doing very pretty fine. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you. Just one quick question before we start. How do you feel like being a guest on this podcast?
To be honest, I don't feel like a guest. I feel I'm a part of this whole thing with you, as I've listened to you, and I'm feeling one among you now.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for your interest. All right. So, Srini, tell us, what is this human connectedness all about?
Um, to start with, Giridhar, I like your question when you say human connectedness, because you are aware that we have a population of close to 7.3 billion. And do you know the mobile connections have already touched close to 6.6 billion today, and social media connections close to 4.5 billion? Can we say then whole world is having connectedness? I rather think a lot. Yes, we are connected, but to your question, you really asked about human connectedness. Yes, there is a difference between being connected and having connectedness. As you know, even animals and plants do have connections with each other, but mostly they are all stopping with one major area: procreation, and nothing beyond survival. But for homo sapiens like us, it is definitely beyond, as we start our connectedness very early from our life, being nurtured in the society, school, family, then getting matured in professional and personal lives as well. And basically we are all well connected, and a well connected personality also does well in life, irrespective of what goes around him, either good or not so good. This is what I would put for your question, Giridhar.
Thank you, Srini, for coming up with the amazing facts which most of us are not aware. All right. So, moving on, why are human connections so important?
As you would agree, the connectedness travels a long distance. What we call it's actually not a destination, a success in life. Even a success is not a destination. Success is also a journey, because once we reach a level of success, as humans, we try to find what is the next level of success. In this long journey where we started off, I bring your own statement, which you started this program with. If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Am I right? In this fashion, this connectedness really take us in our long journey of life to a better mental health, greater satisfaction of life, and more resilience, in fact, to exhibit in our own lives.
Yes, absolutely. So, according to you, what are the different types of human connections?
See, human connections is a deep bond that formed between people when they see that they are being valued. And for an authentic human connection, there should be a positive energy around, which leads into relationship, friendship from the earlier stage of acquaintances. Of course, there are many connections called, romantic connections, romantic relationships, marital, and of course, work related. And there are some situation also. But what we discuss here today is a long-term human connectedness between matured individuals, which evolves over a period of time.
Awesome. So now that you have given the gist of what we are going to discuss, let's start from the basics. What creates a connection between people?
That's a very, very interesting question, Giridhar, because what create a connectedness is something which is very common, which one can share between each other, but with ease. But also there is a purpose and a tone of continuation for long, and next level is to contribute to each other. And the human connections are always seen and mature when they are mutual in nature and can never be looked into a one way technique.
Yes, correct, correct. Then how to determine whether we have a connection with someone or not?
Uh, I wish we have some meter or a gauge to do this, but unfortunately we do not have, because human being is the most developed machine in the whole globe. Having said that, we can definitely find out whether this connection we have with someone is live or not, just through the responses one would give on the interest level they show in a dialogue or a discussion or even a little chat. This will enable us to decide whether to develop this for next level of progress. You cannot make a very honest connectedness when the other responses from the next guy is not in the same level. But this attempt really takes us to see that really the connections are coming in a long run or not.
Yeah, very true. Can't agree more than this, Srini. So once we identify our connections, how can we develop and build better human connections?
This is a very relevant question according to me, because today we are in a world, everybody is well informed. I think there is a saying, it is a over information era. In this condition, everybody develops their own opinion about something. Why I am bringing this point here with human connectedness is that, as we say, when we have an agreement to disagree, we develop this connectedness for a long run. It does not mean somebody has got a different opinion than what you have, then we cut this connection. It is not so. Everybody is entitled to have their own opinion. So the minimum preparation from our side is to agree for a disagreement. Once this is exhibited, this builds a trust, and this develops into a long term relationship. And this paves way for confidence building and dependency in spite of a different opinion than you, what the other person may have. So never ever take the other person, even after having a good connectedness, for granted. That will build a better human connections in the days to come.
Yes, I think you have brought altogether a different perspective here. Yeah. Okay, so we would have heard about the next level of human connections that we may call as the soul connections. What's your say on this?
Of course, I'm also sure to believe this. But to reach this level, Giridhar, the individuals must spend quite an amount of time with lot of efforts to progress to this stage of their relationship. While I say so, I also share the current ecosystem is changing so fast in our professional area, the world around us. The belief systems too are changing quite fast. People may have a different outlook, but I do not put that all these things will come anyway between a person to reach a level of soul connection. And it will be natural. You cannot have a timeline and then you cannot chase it. Then you are putting a pressure not only on you, to the other person. So I would use the word, this should naturally evolve to your soul connection one day, if mutually both are contributing to each other.
Yes, that's right. Okay. Then what are the benefits of maintaining better connections?
Um, this is very important question in today's world, because as we repeatedly say, we are in a VUCA world. So much of uncertainty, confusion, ambiguity around. So what makes us stronger and better prepared is this human connectedness. I give an example. Imagine you landing in a place, unknown country, unknown city, language. When you just give a call to somebody whom you have a trust and connectedness, the energy what you get is totally amazing, different, which gives you enough confidence to go and start the work even in a quite a new atmosphere. While I say this, the most of the external factors may behave anything in any way, but when you have a stronger connectedness among people, thanks to the scientific developments, you revive your connectedness with anybody, irrespective of the distance or daytime or beyond the 24-hour format. You become stronger to face the world. That is what is the main benefit of having this kind of connectedness.
Amazing. Amazing. Then, on the other hand, what are the drawbacks of living without human connections?
Yes, this I did touch upon in another way, that when we have a human connectedness with people, we take them for granted, because there can be a situation where an unanticipated outcomes or a behavior of an interaction. Are we prepared for it? Are we prepared for this momentary disappointment? This is the biggest issue. I know him so well, but how can he say so? This question is seen in many times in a personal as well as professional environment. If you are able to handle this, because we cannot take the other person for granted. This is the biggest drawback I've seen. We anticipate a person's outcome, then start into an interaction. Give little space for disappointment, and then, irrespective of the outcomes, your connectedness will never go for a toss. You will only develop in spite of differences.
Yeah. Okay. So, lastly, just one message for our listeners with respect to our today's concept, the essence of human connectedness.
Giridhar, every human being a human himself, we have a natural instinct or a gift of getting connected to each other. We should not be missing the same in the fast moving world due to the technology development or the gadgets or the remote connections which are available. It, of course, will give you connections, but the essence of human connectedness has to be nurtured by the individual, that is us.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Srini, for the amazing message. Well, now it's time for us to move on to the next segment of our podcast, that is the rapid fire round. Are you ready?
Yes, of course. Once you're told, I have to be ready.
Thank you. Okay, so Srini, here's my first question to you in the rapid fire round. Human connection or soul connection?
Human.
Great. Feelings or emotions?
Feelings, definitely.
Okay. Communication or conversation?
Conversation leads to communication.
Great. Moments or memories?
Today's moments become memories later.
Okay. Thoughts or opinions?
Thoughts.
Okay. Conflict or dispute?
It is conflict.
Okay. Empathy or sympathy?
It's a sure shot. It's empathy.
Great. Understand or comprehend?
Understand first to comprehend later.
Awesome. Okay. Friends or relatives?
Friends.
Amazing. So, Srini, here's my last question to you in the rapid fire round, my most favorite one. Let's see what you're going to say. Giridhar or Srinivasan?
Both. I wish there is a name called Giridhar Srinivasan.
Awesome. Thank you, Srini. Thank you so much for choosing me along with you and also for being with us on this podcast today. And we look forward to having you once again on the show in future.
Thank you very much, Giridhar, for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts. And thanks for bringing the lot of momentary responses with your quick questions. Thank you very much, Giridhar.
Thank you once again, Srini, for being with us today.
Thank you. Good day.
Yeah. All right. So that's the end of the episode, listeners. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.